As she emerged from the hidden room, the air felt different, charged with anticipation and a sense of purpose. The familiar surroundings of her home, which had once felt stifling and disorienting, now stood as a backdrop for her journey of self-discovery. Clutching the necklace and the diary, she moved with renewed determination, each step resonating with the promise of clarity. The clock on the wall ticked steadily, and in the quiet of her living room the sound seemed magnified, echoing the urgency of her task. She had only hours left to decipher the fragments of her memories before they shifted again, potentially sealing her fate. The weight of the situation pressed against her chest, but it was no longer suffocating. It was invigorating. With the pendant resting against her heart, she moved to the center of the room, recalling the letter that spoke of a hidden truth. Clara had mentioned a specific location, a place they had often visited together, a park where they had shared dreams and fears. Her mind raced as she pieced together the memories of laughter and whispered secrets beneath sprawling trees. That park had been a sanctuary, a place where they could be themselves, free from the constraints of the world. The urgency of her mission ignited a fire within her. She grabbed her coat and keys, her heart pounding in rhythm with the ticking clock. She could feel Clara's presence guiding her, urging her to act swiftly. She stepped outside, the cool air hitting her face like a splash of cold water, invigorating her senses. Driving to the park felt like a blur, the familiar streets transformed into a landscape of memories. She navigated the winding roads, her thoughts racing faster than the car. What would she find there? Would the echoes of her past lead her to the truth she sought? The questions churned in her mind, but she refused to let doubt creep in. When she arrived, the park was bathed in golden sunlight, the trees swaying gently in the breeze. The air was thick with the scent of blooming flowers and freshly cut grass, and for a moment she felt a wave of nostalgia wash over her. This was a place of joy, a canvas painted with laughter and friendship. She stepped onto the familiar path, her heart racing as she retraced their steps. As she walked, she recalled the conversations they had shared on this very path, the dreams they had woven together. Clara's laughter echoed in her mind, urging her to remember. But as she ventured deeper into the park, doubt began to creep back in. What if this was just another illusion? What if she was chasing shadows instead of truth? Determined to push past her uncertainty, she focused on the memories, allowing them to guide her. She made her way to a clearing where an ancient oak tree stood tall, its branches sprawling like a protective canopy. This was their spot, a sanctuary where they had made their pact to always seek the truth. She paused beneath the tree, the pendant against her chest, feeling warm and alive. "And this is it," she whispered, her voice barely above a breath. "This is where all the pieces come together." She closed her eyes, letting the memories flood her senses, the laughter, the dreams, the promises. Clara was here in this moment, urging her to dig deeper. As she knelt beneath the oak tree, she noticed something glimmering in the dirt, a flash of light that caught her eye. Her heart raced as she brushed away the soil, revealing a small, weathered box, much like the one she had found in the hidden room. The recognition sent a shiver down her spine. Could it contain another piece of the puzzle? With trembling hands, she pried the box open. Inside lay a collection of letters, each one tied with a delicate ribbon. The sight of them filled her with a sense of urgency. These were the letters she had written to herself, reminders of her dreams and aspirations. She had buried them here, a promise to never forget who she was. As she sifted through the letters, she felt the weight of each word resonate within her. And one letter in particular caught her eye, dated long before the memories had begun to shift. It spoke of fear and uncertainty, but ended with a powerful declaration: "I will always seek the truth, no matter the cost." Tears prickled at the corners of her eyes as she realized the significance of this moment. Clara had been right. The truth was not just about Clara or the memories. They were intertwined with her own journey. The fear of losing herself had led her to bury her truth, but now she was ready to reclaim it. With the letters clutched tightly in her hands, she felt a rush of clarity. The journey to uncover her identity was not about chasing illusions, It was about embracing the connections that had shaped her life. Clara's spirit was alive within her, guiding her toward the truth she had long sought. As the sun began to dip lower in the sky, casting a warm glow across the park, she stood beneath the oak tree, the letters in penton, a powerful reminder of her strength. The ticking clock no longer felt like a countdown. It transformed into a heartbeat, a rhythm that echoed her resolve. With a deep breath, she turned away from the tree, feeling lighter, freer. She would no longer allow fear to dictate her choices. Clara had been her guide, and now it was time to forge her own path, to live authentically and embrace the beauty of her memory. Emboldened by the truth she had uncovered, she walked back through the park, each step a declaration of her intent. The clock still ticked, but it no longer felt like a threat. Instead, it was a reminder to cherish each moment, to live fully and fearlessly. She was ready to embrace her future, knowing that the truth would always guide her home.